あなたのために日本の輸入ビデオゲームの楽しみな時間 bn-game.com
Hi, this is Tim from bn-games.com, and we're here doing another episode of Region Lock. This time we are doing it, and let me see if I get this right, Onechanpuru, which is part of the Onechanpuru series, which this one specifically is part of the Simple 2000 series. It's volume 80, the Onechanpuru, the Onechan Special Chapter. Really long name.
Jesus.
Yeah.
This is chapter 80, you said?
No. The Simple 2000 series is actually a series of budget games that was produced by I think the publisher's D3. They produced and mind you, there's like over 100 games in this series. Well, in the budget game series. In this series alone, there are I think 8 or 9 games that are actually different. Yeah, no, but I mean, originally this is made as a budget. It's a hack and slash zombie horror kind of game, I guess you could say.
So it's a pretty average fare for us Americans.
Yeah, pretty average, pretty fair for Americans. You know, it's
basically. And who do you play as, Timmy?
Scantily clad women.
Oh well, those are the best kind of women.
Well, you know, I will say, doing research on the Simple 2000 series, most of the game's cover art's all girls in bikinis.
Well, that's my favorite kind of girl.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, no, I mean, in its own right, this game actually isn't bad. I mean, it's a pretty good. I mean, okay, here you're going to see me doing kind of a lot of, like, just, I want to call it, like, jousting stabs. Just because I hadn't played this on PlayStation 2 yet. I just recently picked this game up. I'm used to the Xbox 360 version that was released in the US. A lot more fluid than this. You can actually change the camera around. This one, real stiff controls. The button responses are... I mean, like, the reason why it keeps doing that lunge is that I'm holding forward to run, but I'm hitting X before I let go of forward, so it keeps doing that. I kind of find out later that you can't be holding the directional... Well, you can do the directional button to do, like, an uppercut to flip them up in the air, or to do that kind of reverse, like, that one. Otherwise, that's what I say, the controls are really stiff. They're kind of janky. You can't actually move the camera on your own. I'm flipping it around here by, you know, locking on. Lock-on doesn't work too well. It doesn't lock you on to the one that it should. Nothing close by. But yeah, I mean, you'll see as this goes on, it gets progressive. I get progressively better. So don't really judge it by what you're seeing right now. Judge it by a little later in the video if you'll keep watching. A lot of interesting mechanics here, like, you know, keep flipping the blood off the sword right there. It's actually a nice detail they put into the game. If the bar fills up, when you go
to the sword.
The sword bar, and then I'm guessing it's like an infection bar, which you will, you know, you pick up items to heal yourself, to cure yourself, give you an energy boost, which will make you faster, make your hit stronger. But yeah, no, if the sword bar fills up, it's really just that the blade has gotten so much gunk on it that it will literally get stuck inside the zombies, and then you'll be stuck there trying to pull it out until you can pull it out. Once you pull it out, you can flick it clean. Which I gotta say, which you'll see in the video that we're doing, that depending on how bloody the sword is, it'll actually leave a pretty decent-sized blood stain on the floor. I mean, like, if it's got hardly anything on it, you won't see it, but if it's got a lot, it'll just, you know, throw a puddle. I mean, it's a nice detail. I mean, there are a lot of great details in this game that they focused on.
Which is kind of impressive considering it is a budget title, like you said.
Yeah, no.
And you can see where it's repetitive. Like, there's not a lot of variety.
Oh yeah, it's massively repetitive. The moves, the zombie motions,
the little sound she does when she runs, I think is what bothers me personally the most.
Yeah, the running is kind of terrible. Also, took me a couple minutes to figure out you actually have a double jump.
Yeah, I think I saw you doing that. It was like
at first
it was like you had discovered you could run.
Yeah. No, it's like at first I figured out, oh, I can jump, and then by accident I double tapped it and did a double jump. So I was like, oh, awesome.
I'm also noticing she's getting bloodied herself, Timmy.
Yeah, no, that was another one.
Care to speak about that?
That was another one of the good details. I mean, as you go along, she will literally get like covered, like red, and even then, it still looks like kind of like beaded. It doesn't look like, oh, well, she's just turning red. It actually looks like there's blood, and as you're running along, it actually drips off you. You know, that's why there's some very impressive details for being a budget title, for being, you know, kind of what it is. You wouldn't think that much detail would have went into it. However, that's also where the hit and misses are for this. There are some things that are really detailed, and then pretty much floating zombies that slowly, they look like they're running but slowly crawling, and yet their feet really aren't even touching the floor. The zombies, yeah, that is where I'd have my main detail. That, I mean, you can see here, they kind of move side to side like they're walking, but their legs don't actually.
They kind of just hover over to you.
Yeah, I mean, what's that little football table where the football players are like that, and it just vibrates and they move? That's what it reminds me of.
The little ones, the magnets.
Yeah, that's exactly what this reminds me of. This super move right here, which really all it does is take off the zombies' heads. Which, I mean, once they lose their heads, they're almost harmless.
Yes, you can cut off their heads and they will still continue to move. That is another nice little feature that I like. You can find like torsos and shit.
Well, it's a fine detail until you just have literally
a bunch of legs,
an army of legs that literally can kick you to death.
That's one thing I don't like. It's like
you have to literally chop them up completely.
There's way too many enemies, and it expects you to kill every single one.
Well, no, see, the amount of enemies I love. I love that it has this massive
I have no
board.
problem with that, but it wants you to kill every single one of them.
Well,
if you miss one, it doesn't let you continue. It's
well, see, that's why. I mean, that's one of the things. This game is supposed to have this outrageous amount of blood and zombies, which, I mean, I'm fine with. And like I said, I actually love the amount of enemies that there are. In the newer games, it's even better because it's a lot more fluid. The lock-on works better. The camera works better. In this game, that's where it's kind of hard because the lock-on is terrible. The camera is fixed until you actually, can turn the character and lock onto someone around you, like a quick change. Which, I mean, it's not even a quick change. It's a manual quick change. It's like, okay, I gotta literally push back so my character turns around, and then hit the R1 button to hit the lock so the camera will flip. So, I mean, that's why it would work better if it actually worked. I mean, that's why, other than that, I mean, the game is, I mean, I love this game. I mean, it's a great game, I think. I mean, I like hack and slash. This one, like I said, I mean, for what it is, what it does. Oh yeah, as you see here, I healing myself because I'm about to die. Normally also it'll give you like a stat boost where you'll like just start running at everything twice as fast. But yeah, no, I mean, like any hack and slash, it does get repetitive pretty quick. I mean, even Devil May Cry can get, real. I mean, there's only so many sword slashes and all that they can go in. This, I think as you progress, you get more moves. Probably, don't quote me on that. But I mean, it's a hack and slash. You take it kind of for what it is. It's a hack and slash for zombies. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Oh, and here now, this is one of the things I also like, but it was also one of the most confusing things about the game, is once your infection, which I guess is the amount of blood that's been poured on you, once it reaches like that peak level where it's at, you get this super intense power boost where your speed's increased, your power's increased, but at the same time, it slowly kills you. So you gotta balance that, and the thing is that there's no way to stop this mode, at least not that I've been able to figure out, except unless you have the item to cure yourself, I'm guessing, the infection. Which I think maybe we should. Oh no, you cut that out. So
the infection?
Yeah, because I know how you used it to stop her from dying.
Yeah, I cut that out.
Because I mean, literally, it'll kill you. It'll take your health away. Yeah. So now we're flipping to the second character.
How many characters are there, Timmy?
In this game, there's only 2.
Okay.
but there are about...
Do they play any different? Oh, continue. How many are there?
Well, in the series, there's about 6, I believe.
Okay.
As far as, you know, the characters you actually play. I mean, there's also, like, the protagonists and that. Yeah, no, we've switched over to the other character. This character, Rio, is much, much faster. Much faster, it has bigger strength, and her sword also has a longer reach. I mean, game is a lot easier with her. And then you can also see that here I've almost mastered the controls now, where I'm actually able to do like jump slashes. I'm actually able to do the combination slashes because I'm not holding up. I mean, that's what I mean. If the controls weren't so stiff, I mean, it would play like this. This is how it should play. I mean, obviously, okay, I did that. The jump slash is a little off, but then again, like I said, it's PS2. That's kind of what it is. But no, I mean, I had a lot better time playing with this character just because she's a lot faster, a lot quicker. Oh yeah, I forgot you do have a kick. Pretty much useless though. It doesn't really do any damage. It just knocks him down. So it's kind of good to get him away from you, or even knock him down.
That's about it.
Yeah. Other than that, it's pretty much the same. But I mean, all the controls are the same. Just button mashing square will do your combination attacks. Certain directions, like forward for the lunge, backwards for that kind of wide area, and then down for, down for like a slash to flip them up into the air. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Other than that, I mean, they pretty much play the same. I mean, none of the controls are different. I will say that's one of the things I hate when you go into the lock-on mode. They will not run. They do, kind of sexy walk, just, slow, which I'm guessing was put in there for exactly that reason, but as you can see right there, it just kind of doesn't do anything. You can't rush in. And then, of course, the walking legs. There you go, Season 5, the walking legs.
That's always fun. Legs that walk by themselves.
It's like, how do they kill them then? There's no head.
The legs have a mind of their own, though, so it's okay.
Yeah, oh, I had to throw that in there. But other than that, I mean, you pretty much will play through all the stages the exact same through with both characters. Again, we don't speak Japanese, so I don't know how much the story changes from what text or dialogue there is. And as usual with any hack and slash or Zelda game, you get locked in a room for a little fight, and then it'll unlock, and then you progress. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the game's kind of standard in that sense. This is a kind of a rare game. I mean, I looked online, and I mean, I've also been to a lot of shops, and I've only come across this game once, which is a matter of fact why I bought it. eBay, when I checked, only had one copy. It was about $35. I paid $26. So I'd expect you'd pay anywhere around 30 bucks for it, give or take a little more, a little less. But again, like I said, this game is quite rare, at least, from what I've come to find. There are multiple games in the series, all PlayStation 2, except for, I think 2 of them are on the Xbox 360, and in the US, and I think Japan, there is one on the Wii. But it has a continuing storyline with Aya, the main character, the one we played first, her sister. This character seems to be like the only one that's kind of odd and out of the place. I don't know if this one is just a standalone for this game or not. If you know, please let us know. I'd like to know. But yeah, other than that, if you got any questions, comments, you want to see more, let us know in the comments below. Subscribe, like, share, and all that good stuff.
Yep. Comment and let us know what you think. Thank you.